Good afternoon, students. You are welcome to today's lesson. Today we'll be looking at multiplying by 10 and 100. Multiplying by 10 and 100. So let's look at our learning objectives for today. We are going to be looking at multiplying by 10, multiplying by 100, and multiplying with zeros. Okay, when you are multiplying numbers with zeros. So let's look at the first one. We are going to start with multiplying by 10. How to multiply numbers by 10. So we are going to learn a very simple way. I'm going to be teaching a very simple way of multiplying numbers by 10. So let's take the first example. 5 times 10. 5 times 10. Now the 10 has 0 and it has what? 1. So the first thing is to multiply the 5 by the 1. Okay? Then you must note that any number multiplied by 1 is the same number. Okay? So 100 times 1 will give you 100. Okay? 100 times 1 is 100. So when you multiply any number by 1, it is the same number. So 5 times 1. 5 times 1 will give us what? It will be 5. Okay, now the next step is just attach the 0. So just bring the 0 here and bring it here. Okay, bring the 0 here. So 5 times 1 will give us 5. Write the 5 and just bring the 0. Okay, attach the 0. So that will give us what? 50. So that means that 5 times 10 will be 50. Let's look at the second example. We have 14 times 10. Okay, 14 times 10. So we are going to apply the same formula, the same method. Okay, so you have to multiply the 14 by the 1. Okay, so 14 times 1 will give us 14. Okay, then the next thing is to attach the 0. Just bring the 0. Okay, so first 14 times 1 is 14. Your 14 is here. Okay, now just bring the 0. How many zeros do we have here? We have only one 0. So just bring the 0. So our answer will be what? 140. Now let's look at example 3. We have 231 times 10. So the first thing is to multiply 231 by 1. Okay, 231 times 1 will give us 231. Then attach the 0. So our answer will be 2,310. Now let's look at multiplying by 10. Multiplying by 100. Okay, we are finished with multiplying by 10. Let's look at multiplying by 100. So let's take the first example. We have 24 times 100. We are going to apply the same formula from when we're multiplying by 10. Okay, so we have 24 times 1. Don't forget, any number times 1 is the same number. Okay, so 24 times 1 is what? 24. Then you have to attach the zeros. Now let's look. 100 has how many zeros? We have 1, 2. Okay, so we have 2 zeros. So 24, write the 24, and then you have to attach 2 zeros because 100 has what? 2 zeros. Now let's look at the next example. We have 656 times 100. So the first thing is to multiply 656 by 1. Okay, 656 times 1 will give us 656. Then you have to attach what? The 2 zeros because 100 has what? 2 zeros. So bring the 2 zeros. Our answer will be 56,600. Now I want us to try another activity. Okay, so calculate 30 times 40. Calculate 30 times 40. Now what we are going to do is to bring the whole numbers. Okay, so we have 1 0 here, we have what? Another 0 here. So that means that this question has 2 zeros. Okay, So bring the 3 down and bring the 4 down, okay? So we have 3 times 4 will give us what? 12, okay? How many zeros do we have in the question? We have 2 zeros. Okay, we have 2 zeros. So now 30 times 40 will give us 1200. That means that 3 times 4 is 12. So write the 12, okay? Write the 12 and bring the 2 zeros. Okay? Write the 12 and bring the 2 zeros. Okay. Now, let's try one more example. Let's try one more example. We have 30 times 20. Okay? 20 times 30. So first bring the 2 down and bring the 3 down. Okay, so 2 times 3 will give us what? 6. Okay, the next thing is to attach the zeros. So 6, and then you have to bring what? The 2 zeros, giving us 600. Now let's look at this.